Fuck you. Right, hello. I was about to end. The only reason why I was ending, because I'm not sure how much left I've got to go with the game. And I wasn't sure if I should crack on to the next dungeon. But yes, thank you for the birthday wishes. Much appreciated. I'm getting old. But yes, welcome everyone. Refresh if you haven't already. I need a refresh on my end. Bear with us 1 second. I'm just going to quickly export the VOD from before, just so it's processing ready on YouTube's. I'll just call it The Last of Their Brood, something like that. Create a dashboard. But yeah, I wasn't planning on cracking on because I wasn't sure how much more I've got left to go on the game, but I could do a few hours. I can do like another 4 hours. Right, where? Part 4. Copy that. And now we want part 5. The Last of Their Brood. Save that. Publish. Export to YouTube's. And done. Right, cool. So yes, welcome. Thanks for the raid, Koos. I'll crack on for a few hours, why not? Welcome to Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster, my first time playing this. Very different Final Fantasy experience. This one is very grindy in terms of every spell, every skill has its own level. So you have to spend the time leveling things, though I am already OP. Every boss I destroy in 1 or 2 hits. Just because I've sort of over-grinded. And I'm not using any of the game's boost features. Like, the game comes with features where you can boost it and make it even easier. You don't need it. The game is easy. I have not struggled at all with this game. We are in the middle of going to rescue the princess. She is being kidnapped and she is being put up as a prize at the Colosseum. So we'll have to go save her. Well, of the 5.5 hours first day stream, only like half an hour of it I did story, and the other 5 hours I was just grinding. But I'm trying to platinum this game, so the reason why I'm very grindy is because I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any of the chests. I don't miss any of the beasts on the bestiary, because I've been told that you can get locked out of some of those. So I spend quite a while grinding in areas until I'm happy that I've killed everything. And then I'll move on. This game has like a password system as well, where you speak to people and they'll give you passwords or key information. And some of those are apparently missable as well. But yes, so the next step is we are to head to the Colosseum and save the princess. I thought it was weird because the last stream, she was just sat in her room while the king was on his deathbed dying, and she was just sat in her bedroom going, tee-hee, hee-hee. And I thought, why? What? And it turns out she had been replaced, and the thing in her room was actually the Snake Queen. And we just beat her, and then we've discovered the real princess has been stolen away to the Colosseum. And she's apparently a prize to be won. So that's where we're going now. I've sort of like over-explored the map as well. I've like beat the places. I mean, once I've found places, I've just like immediately left them. Like dungeons that I haven't been to yet. If the story hasn't told us to go there, I'm not going to touch it just in case. Because like I said, I'm scared in case I lock myself out of things. Hound's probably gone now. Hound was chilling in Noble, but he's probably left now. Somebody tell Hound I'm back. Hound's been enjoying, and along with Noble, they've both been enjoying chilling with us, chatting while playing this, and yeah. Yeah, I'll show you why after this fight. I can see why they went back. See, like here on this screen here, every weapon, every shield, even your fists, has its own level. And you have to level them all up individually, depending on what weapons you use. So it's pretty grindy. The same with every spell, every white magic spell, every black magic spell. Each have their own individual levels. Your characters don't have levels. They have stats that go up over time, but they don't have like a level. Just everything has its own level to it. Strength has its own level, spirit, everything. And that's why I've spent so much time becoming OP, because in my mind I thought I hadn't leveled enough. But I've pretty much destroyed every boss in 1-2 hit. So, yeah. The game is not hard. So I can understand why in the next game they went back. I think they did it in Final 3. They went back to, I haven't played 3, apart from the 3D version on the DS, but I never beat it. And I think in that version they went back to the standard Final Fantasy format where your character has a level, spells have fire, cure, all that, you know. Not like cure level 1, cure level 2, cure level 3. Also, be prepared to listen to this music over and over and over and over and over. Because unfortunately, I can't play with the new orchestral music, because Warner Chappell on YouTube are a bunch of scumbags. The second you upload it with the newer music, it gets copyright claimed. So I have to play with the old original music, of which there is a total of about 5 tracks. Every dungeon has the same track, every town has the same track. There is only one battle tune, there is no boss battle tune, there is just battle tune. And there is a 5-second chocobo loop for the chocobos, which is the worst of them all, because like I said, it's only like 5 seconds long, if that. And it just plays on a constant loop. But yeah, the first day I played it, I played for 6 hours, grinded the crap out of it, uploaded to YouTube, it got copyright claimed, and my save file had corrupted, which is apparently very rare. Apparently they were supposed to have patched that a while ago, so I must have just been really unlucky, but it was sort of a blessing in disguise because I had to start again, and so I put it on the retro music, and so far, no problems. Yeah, I like the visuals, especially like the backgrounds when you're in fights and that. I like the artwork on the backgrounds. Now, thankfully, I think I've already overgrinded this area, so I don't think I need to stick around in the desert. I did a little bit of grind earlier just to see if there was any new enemies now that I'm stronger. So I think I might be able to just go straight to the Colosseum. But yeah, of the Final Fantasy games, I've played Final Fantasy 1. This is my first time playing 2. I've played the DS version of 3, but I barely touched it. So technically I haven't played 3. I played 4 after the first patch of Final Fantasy Endwalker released, because it started pulling story from Final Fantasy 4. So I played that offline on my Vita. I've never played 5 or 6. I played 7, but I can't remember if I beat it. But I have seen the end with Sephiroth and all that, but I can't remember if I did it. I remember watching my brother do it, and one of my friends, but I can't remember if I did it. 8, I have beat 8. 8 is my favourite of the PlayStation generation, the PlayStation 1 generation. I played 9, I got all the way to the end, and I got stuck on Osmos, or whatever it is, the ultimate boss in that one, while finishing off the Chocobo treasure hunts. So I technically didn't finish that game. I've played 10, beat that, but I've never played 10-2. Final Fantasy 11, I swore never to get that addicted to an MMO ever again. I didn't beat the story, but I played the crap out of that game. I lived on my friend's couch playing that game. I would wake up, play Final Fantasy 11, my brother would bring food around to my friends, I'd eat food, play a final for a couple hours, and then go to sleep. And I swore never to do that ever again. Final Fantasy 12, my most favourite Final Fantasy game ever. Love it. 13, Final Hallway, is good when you get to Chapter 11. And then 10-2 just became awful because it went back to being Final Hallway again. So I never beat that, and I've not played Lightning Returns. I have said I'd love to go back to them, but too many games, too little time. 14, played the crap out of it. For me, I don't know if I'm ever going to return, because Endwalker was a good point to finish. I've played that game since 2010, when the original version of it released, the bad version that failed. Beat the original version. I was there up until the day the server shut down. Final Fantasy 15, loved it. It was just a shame there was so much content cut from it. There was supposed to be way more content to that game. I did all the expansions apart from Episode Arden. I need to go back at some point and replay that game and do Episode Arden, where you play as the villain. I think you play as him anyway. 16, great game. Yoshi P did a good job with that. I quite enjoyed that as well. It was something different for Final Fantasy, more of an action. Final Fantasy Remaster Part 1 and Part 2 I've played as well. Looking forward to Part 3. Tactics Remaster, I've got that sat on the shelf over there. I haven't touched it yet. I've never played the original. I have the PSP version. Final Fantasy Origins, no. Not played that. I've played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Loved that. I have the DS copy of Advance 2 over there, but unfortunately I'm going to have to rip the game off the cartridge and play it on an emulator, because the 3DS that I've modified won't stream DS games. It'll only stream 3DS games to my PC. So I've got no way to play it on my hardware. So I've got no choice but to rip it off the cartridge and play it through emulation, which I don't want to do. I like playing on the hardware. And yeah, I've got the... what is it? Ivalice Chronicles? Shit, I forgot I moved my PS5 games over here. Yeah, Ivalice Chronicles. Still sealed, not open. At some point I will play that. It is on my wheel of Randor. Eventually if I can't decide what game to play myself, I spin the wheel. The way my wheel works is I spin it twice, and I have to pick between those two games that come up. Well, it's not really a sequel. It's just set in the same universe. They're all set in Ivalice. Same with Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy 14. The area of Ivalice is in 14. At least one of the dungeon runs that you do anyway. And yeah, I've got that as well. The sequel, Revenant Wings, I have that. I would love to stream that, because I played 5 minutes of that. I've got it over there. Just the cartridge, I haven't got the box for it. Yeah, but that continues with Vaan's story, where he's finally become a sky pirate, he's got his own ship, and he's off on an adventure. That's about all I know about that. Crete. Let's crack on. Die. 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 Everything dies in 1 or 2 hits. Doobie doobie doobie. Yes, I loved Final Fantasy 12 because I loved the way the system worked, where you could fully tweak your party members with the Gambit system. So they could if you're not controlling them, you could freely swap to any party member you wanted on the fly. But if you weren't controlling them, if certain conditions were met, they would chime in and use spells automatically. So it helped micromanage things. And I loved the mark board, hunting the marks. All the different rare monsters that you would hunt. You would go to the mark board, you get a quest to hunt down this unique monster. And I liked that. It was a good system for the time. which is why I also like Final Fantasy 16, because they took a page from that with theirs. And 15 did as well, if I remember correctly. Read Le Colosseum, but what is that place in the background? Ah, so the gates now are open. Actually, I'll quickly save just in case. Sweet. Greet any unique enemies or what? May you fight well this day. To the victor goes Hilda, Princess of Finn. I've already killed a bunch of them. Morph! Behemoth. I bumped into one for the first time today and I thought, oh, that's going to be strong, surely. Killed it in like 3-4 hits. Hey! What do we do? Wibbly woo. Attack. Hang on, I've just realized. We're finally got some different music. Never mind. We got to enjoy a whole, maybe 1 minute. We finally got some new music. Nobly fought. Now let us give you your just reward. This is your chance to slay the Emperor. Really? Really? Can I kill him in like 1 hit? Here is your reward. A reward befitting a rebel, Firion. Throw them in a cell. Ah, I'm scared. Please, don't tickle me. Tickle me, Elmo! I cannot do a high Elmo voice. A sturdy iron gate blocks the doorway. Lights out. Wait, hang on. Paul's alive? Wait. Didn't he die? He hit the floor like a sack of shit. Wait, am I confused? Who's Paul again? No, Scott's who I was thinking of. Wait, who was Paul again? Scott was Gordon's brother. This is for rescuing me from the mines. I pay my debts. Now get out of here before they catch you. Can't remember who he was. My bad. Right, how many chests? 4, is that it? Alright. Yeah, I don't like using the map in this game. I don't mind this section here where I can see how many chests is in a dungeon. But I don't like this menu, this map, because it shows you where all the chests are and where all like the dead ends are. So I deliberately don't use that map. I'll occasionally look just if I'm trying to remind myself which floor I've already been on. But even then, very rarely. Because I just don't like it showing us where all the loot is. Nah. Okay, well I found all 4 already. There's 3 and there's 1 outside. Yay! That was hard. Ooh, an elixir? That's worth 50,000. Money. Monster. Bunch of dabbing dual heads. It's not worth 50,000 though. The shop sells them for 50 grand. I'm rich, but I'm not that rich. I mean, I could probably buy 1 or 2. Ethers cost 2,000 and they give you a measly like 20 MP. Rip. 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 The one thing I don't like is the weapon leveling. The weapon leveling seems very inconsistent. I don't fully understand how this works. Because if you look, Gordon's at level 13. Everybody else is attacking, but their level, it just seems to cap off and stop. And I don't know what causes it. An antidote. Yay. Right, so that's all the chests. That was hard. Not. Is there any enemies? Doesn't seem to be any enemies. Oh, okay. I've already fought parasites. Unless they only spawn in these rooms. That might be why. I might have to grind in one of these rooms. Just to see if there's any other unique enemies. Spectre Revenant, already got them. I'll probably stream until about 3 maybe. We'll see. It's midnight here. Hey Sephiroth, how we do? I did end stream earlier, but then Kush raided us literally as I hit end stream, so I thought, screw it. I'll have another few hours. The things I do. That'll be fine. I'll only do like 2.5 hours, another 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And then I'll get straight to sleep. Good news though, Sephiroth. I got a nice phone call today. I start some training in 2 weeks. And then I'll get an interview after it. And hopefully a job. Fingers crossed. It's not guaranteed. But there's training provided at least, so... Death Flower. So it's one step forward at least. And then I'll get an interview, and whether I get a job or not, who knows? one step forward. So there is some unique enemies here. Oh, well, new enemies, whether they're unique or not, I don't know. Let's see, bestiary. Let's see, where's that little shop of horrors plant? What the hell was it called again? Death flower, there it is. Sleepgrass, eye drops, antidote potions, and money. Oh, it spawns in loads of locations, so it's not unique to here. Yeah, I didn't rename any of the party members. He's just called Guy. Which sort of makes sense, because he sort of speaks like, I'm Guy, I'm dumb. Me no do this. He doesn't speak, like, fluently. Gordon has rejoined our party. It's probably just temporary again, like every other party member thus far. So far, Guy, Maria, and Firion are the only static party members. Everyone else seems to just come and go. But Guy is our strong party member. He dual wields axes, and as you can see, he's got the most health. He's my physical damage dealer. I love my axe. Anything new? Well, it's still showing some enemies. They're not new, but if it's still showing different enemies, might be a chance of something else new. I'm gonna have my other bag of M&Ms. Got a load of chocolates and sweets today. I had a Terry's chocolate orange. Well, Terry's chocolate caramel. It's not that nice. It's a bit, as I expected, it's a bit sickly. I've never had one of these before, but I have had chocolate caramel, and in the past, it's too sweet. It's fine if you just have it in little bits, but it's not something that I could just demolish in one sitting, because it's just too sweet, too sickly. And I got a bunch of, these are my brother's favourite, they're not really mine. Reese's Pieces or whatever, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Minis. Too much peanut butter, not enough chocolate. And I like using peanut butter with a banana and milk to make smoothies. But I've got some M&Ms. I prefer these. Oh, shit. Jess, how's everyone? Ooh, you're new. Wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. And a damn good one. I'm a what? You what, mate? Kill the wizard first, just in case. Dead. Wait, hang on. I think there was actually two new ones. So he's the wizard. Who was the blue one? Because the blue one was new as well. I didn't see what his name was. Not that it matters, they all die anyway. GG. Aura Tome. Ooh, what is that? Maria's now going to give off aura. Enhances effectiveness against various enemy types. What? Oh, there is an option to sort these. MP Ascent? No, MP Descent. Okay. Cool. Just keep it that way. Ah, here we are. Yes. Sorcerer. So you were new. There's 2 new enemies. Alrighty then. Added a few more games to the wheel, Sephiroth. More wheel, more deal. Gavlan wheel, Gavlan deal. Yes, we added where are we? Sacred 2 Remaster, since that's just released. Hopefully by the time I get around to playing it, it'll have a patch. I didn't mind buying that on Steam because it was much cheaper on Steam than buying it on the PlayStation. On PlayStation it was £25, but on Steam it was only $15. And it came with Sacred 2 Gold Edition, which I already owned anyway, but yeah. I think I already mentioned the other ones actually. Nightmare Creatures, 3D Dot Game Heroes, and Folklore. I think I already mentioned those. So really, yeah, Sacred 2 Remaster is the new addition to the wheel. Buh. Drain Tome. Ooh, Mist Robe. It'll be shit. Never mind. I think she's going to run out of space soon for spells. Didn't it say at the beginning of the game there was supposed to be a limit of 12, but she's got more than that. I'm sure the... Oh, God damn it, I keep forgetting. I'm sure the old man at the very beginning, the tutorial wizard dude, said there was a maximum of 12. And yet she's got more than that. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's no more new enemies. We'll give it a few more, because there might be one really rare enemy. And then we'll crack on. And there's the starter one, the Magician. There's an option in the magic menu just to forget them. I think Guy just comes along with his mallet and whacks them over the head. You forget now, like me. Now we both dumb. I think that's what happened to Gordon. I think he got whacked on the head too many times to forget abilities. And it's left him, like, what's his name from Game of Thrones? Hodor, Hodor. Yeah, actually, he goes to whack you, but he accidentally whacks himself. Guy, miss. Do again. Zergtor, mate's got them. I want the newer magicians to pop up, so actually, hang on, let's see what they drop. Where are they? Yeah, the reason why I grind so much is because one of the trophies in the game, for anyone that doesn't know, is you've got to complete the bestiary. You must find every monster. Like Pokemon. Catch you later, Darkness. Thanks for sticking around, buddy. Have a good one. Right, here we are. Sorcerer. Aura, Death. Ooh, Haste. Ooh, I might have to grind. I want Haste. Hell. Is Haste worth it when you can just press square to turn on auto battle, which speeds things up anyway? Is it worth it? Ooh, Diamond Cure Arse. Ooh, Osmos and Flare. Oh, Flare's normally a very good spell. That's normally a big damage dealer in New Out games. Ooh. We may have to grind a bit. Osmos was the one that just reduces the HP by a certain percentage, wasn't it? Similar to Demi. Unless it's different in this one. I think that's how Osmos normally worked. Or was it MP? Can no remember. Oh. What did I watch last night? I forgot now. What did I do? Actually, I don't think I did watch it. I just sort of chilled watching random crap on YouTube. Yeah, if I don't remember it, it ain't that interesting. Oh yeah, I was in the middle of watching a show called Infinity. What's his name, the actor? He was in Transformers and that. Not Shia LaBeouf. The other one. Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, he's in it. And it's about, like, every time they die, they're reborn, but they remember their past lives. And they're in, like, this never-ending battle with each other, I think. Except Mark Wahlberg's character's reborn, but he doesn't remember his past lives, and he sort of just knows how to do things. Like, he knows how to craft swords, like samurai swords and things like that. He doesn't know how. He just has this, like, feeling, and he just goes with it. And then this other character's, like, trying to get him to remember so they can carry on that long-standing combat with each other. pretty poop. Ooh, that new Frankenstein's on there. That mustn't have done very well. Did that not do very well? Because it popped up on Netflix awfully quick. I'm sure I remember just seeing the trailer for that when I went to see Weapons. There's a new Frankenstein movie, and I'm sure that just came out this year, and already it's on Netflix. That's how you know a show probably hasn't done so well. Oh. Come on, give me the sorcerers and the other dudes. Well, my brother returns next week. Has to bid his wife and daughter farewell again. Until the governments hurry up and pull their thumb out and actually let them come to the country to stay. Which annoys us to no end. It annoys the crap out of us. Like, my brother and his wife are going through the proper channels. And they've been doing this for like nearly 2 years now. Trying to get his wife and daughter or like proper citizenship to come here and live in the UK. And then you've got all these twats hopping on boats. Like, again, I don't begrudge people wanting to start a new life in a different country, but do it the right way. But what makes it even more annoying is when they're coming across on these boats, they're just getting immediate entry into the country. Which is why our country's currently in shambles at the minute. And yet my brother is having to fork over money to, like, solicitors, others, to, like, do everything properly through the correct channels. And he's still, nearly two years or so later, trying to get his wife and daughter here. It's bloody annoying. I said to him, I says, "Here, just get her to hop on a boat like everybody else. She'll be here tomorrow." Seems to work. Again, I don't begrudge people wanting to come here to start a new life if they're genuinely wanting to do that. If they're just wanting to come here to fucking sponge off of the door, fuck off. But if you're genuinely here because you want to start a new life, have a new career, good, fair enough. More power to you. But do it the correct way, like everybody else. Ooh. I haven't got a spell yet to get rid of that. I have to rely on golden needles. Unless Suna's finally leveled up high. I keep forgetting about that. I need to carry on leveling up as Suna so that it can get strong enough to cure it. I'll have him spam that for a little bit. Everything's out of order now since I've rearranged them. So lowest levels on the bottom. Deal with it, glasses. I bet you that music we heard in the Coliseum earlier is the one and only time we'll hear that track. We finally had a new track, and it lasted all of 1 second because I destroyed the behemoth. Why aren't they spawning? It's my typical luck, the curse of want. Kush knows what this is like with me. Like, whenever we used to, like, play a Monster Hunter and that, I'd always be the one having to grind for shit, because the game, I just have terrible RNG. Oh, Gordon, what happened, good sir? I'm just gonna keep leveling up Berserk. And then when I get Flare, I'm gonna start spamming the crap out of that as well. So a hound said he beat this in 18 hours. I'm now on, like, 22 hours, something like that. So I've definitely done a lot more grinding than he did. Oh, actually, we're just about to hit 20 hours exactly, nearly. Never mind. Well, I was a little bit further along. It's deliberately not spawning those wizards and sorcerers because it knows I want the loot. He ain't going nowhere. It's like let us encounter them once and now they just refuse to spawn. Everything but the kitchen sink. Stop giving us the lower level one. You had tuna melts. I've never actually had tuna melts. I've had bean melts. Sausage and bean melts. From Greg's. I've never had tuna melts. I'm guessing it's the same thing. Just tuna in a pasty. Greggs here in the UK is famous for those sausage and bean melts, or steak bakes, which is, rather than the sausage and the bean inside the pasty, this steak. Which is also nice. You're level 11. That's the highest ability so far. See, the good things with Greggs is you can buy the sausage rolls anywhere. Like you can buy them from Greggs, or you could go to a supermarket and you can buy them like frozen. You just bang them in the oven and bam, you've got Greggs sausage rolls. But they're nice and fresh from Greggs. I'm gonna give up in a second. I really want that flare to him. At least. Oh, come on. Yes, welcome back, Noble. Obviously, I was going to end the stream, but Kush raided us the second it ended, so I thought I'll go for another hour or two. Please, the people. We're not worthy! Bit bad for Hound though, because Hound was chilling out, but as soon as I stopped, he's gone. I don't think he knows I came back on. Hard enough. He ain't on Discord, so I cannot tell him. Oops. I'm going to give up any second now. Parasite, Herald of darkness. Yeah! Show me the champion of my eye. I'll show you the herald of darkness. Lost in a never-ending night, diving deep to the surface. I love Alan Wake. I can't wait for Control 2. I'm kind of worried though, because that stupid multiplayer game, FBC Containment Breach Control Doof Dabble Diff Bobble, that takes place in the Control universe, but it's multiplayer. It's basically flopped. Firebreak, yeah, FBC Firebreak. It's flopped. The team have acknowledged it has flopped. And I'm hoping it doesn't have like a knock on everything within that development, because I'm sure I read something recently about it having some sort of an effect. Wait, why are you still dead? What you doing, Willis? Get up! Okay. Yes, for those that are familiar with my channel or not, Remedy is one of my most favourite game companies. Alan Wake and Control and Max Payne and that, some of my favourite like story-driven games. Especially Alan Wake and Control. I really hope eventually Quantum Break gets brought into the Remedyverse officially, but Microsoft needs to sell the IP to Remedy for that to happen. Because they own the rights to it. Similar to what happened with Alan Wake. Like, it's been years since, obviously, Alan Wake 1. And the reason why we never got an Alan Wake 2 is because Microsoft had the rights to it. But now Remedy owns it. They can do whatever they want with it. And they need to do the same with Quantum Break. What do we think of the new Steam announcements today? I really hope the VR headset is reasonably priced. New controller, new mini console / PC, and a VR headset, wireless VR headset, which can play games natively and through a little USB adapter that you can plug in your PC so you can wirelessly stream to the headset without the need of having to stream using your router like you do with like MetaQuest and everything if you want to connect to Steam. And I really hope the VR headset is reasonably priced because it looks like a good headset. And I can finally stop using the stupid MetaQuest 2. But I was saying this earlier on Discord when I was chatting with Tuklim about it, the console, they really need to get the price right on that, because the one thing that stood out to me, and it stood out to like Digital Foundry and Linus and everybody, the video RAM on the graphics card is a bit poop. Like it only has 8GB of VRAM, which is not that good. So they really need to get the price point right on that so that it can compete with like the PlayStation and Xbox. Pretty much it's using laptop hardware. They did say, Digital Foundry, that it looks like it's using a lot of like, when it comes to the video side of things, it's basically using a laptop chipset. The CPU's fine on it. It's got a decent CPU in it. But same again, the actual standard onboard RAM, it's got 16 gig. Today, 24 gigs probably the minimum these days. For like newer games anyway. There's fucking the ROG Ally handhelds, they all have 24 gig in these days as well. Warp and Torn, you didn't give us anything of what I need. You suck. I give up. I've already been in here. So, yeah, Digital Foundry suggested around a £350/$dollar price range, which I completely agree with. But I get the feeling that if they don't pay attention to what Digital Foundry and others have said, I get the feeling they're going to charge a lot more. In which case, that console hybrid will flop very hard. The VR headset will probably do alright, Even if the price that expensive, I guarantee all the VR hardheads for PC will buy that. But I'm hoping they're still reasonably priced. If it's $1,000, I ain't buying it. That's why I never bought the last Valve headset. Too expensive. For something that's essentially a niche. And obviously, as I mentioned earlier, Sacred 2's been released. I didn't even realise, but it has been slated, absolutely review bombed, because it performs like poop. Especially on the PS5 version. The PS5 version, the second you boot it up, it just stutters constantly. There's no like stutter for a bit, then stop. It's just stutter, 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 constant. Even the intro cutscene stutters, the gameplay stutters, everything, the menus. So, which is another reason why I bought the PC version, because it was cheaper. And I think it runs better on there. But the devs have released a notice today saying they are aware of it, and they're going to fix it. But I think they knew that was a problem, because how would that slip past any quality control? They clearly knew it was in that state when they released it, and they've just been in that typical developer frame of mind. I will fix it later. Get out the door, get some sales. Money. Money, money, money. Originally, I was going to buy the PS5 version, but as soon as I saw that video, like, I went onto Twitch to see, just have a quick gander at anyone was streaming it, and I saw a pre-recorded video of someone who was sponsored to play it, I think they were sponsored, and they played it for all of 3 minutes. They booted it up, watched the cutscene, booted into the game, and basically said, nope, this is unplayable, and turned it off. And then after a quick Google search, I found it wasn't just that person, it was everybody on the PS5 version. Ah, is that the real princess? Smell an imposter. It'd be funny if it was another snake lady. Ah, you saved me. Your princess is in... Oh, sorry. I'm coming, princess. Have to make the area where she's being held into a maze. Just gotta drag it out, just that little bit extra longer. Drag it out. Move aside. Ba-ba-da-boo. bet you while we've been away, I bet you know what's going to happen here. While we've been away, he's literally, the Emperor used the princess to distract us, to draw away from Altair, and I bet he's attacking while we're here being busy. Princess Hilda, hold on, we'll get you out of there. Hilda, are you all right? Gordon, I never thought to see you here. Gordon, take the princess and go. We'll draw the guards' attention while you escape. Thank you, Firion. Be careful. He's going to end up marrying her, isn't he? Again, it's not like stepping on your brother's grave. His own brother was set to marry her. Or, again, because I think he might not be, but I think he's a villain. Maybe he deliberately let his brother die in the beginning, because he ran away in the beginning when the Empire attacked. Maybe he did that on purpose, to get his brother out of the way, because maybe he was jelly of his brother to be married to the princess. And obviously now he's also ascended to controlling the king's army. But I could be wrong. He could be a good guy. There's been a couple of little twists and turns during the story in this. Did I get my gear back? He left my party. But it gave me my loot back. This ain't no charity. Ah. Just in case we fight something else here. No? Oh well. Guess that's it. Ready the... Right. Why is that keep doing that? Stop. Stop. Right. Is there any other dudes in this area? That's what I'm wondering. And should I grind the desert a little bit more just in case? Done you. I'll have a little bit of a gander here, just in case. I don't think there is anything new, though. Well, I haven't spent much time here, so you never know, there might be something rare. I'll just do one or two fights. See if anything pops up. Nasiba. No, maybe not. I think I've gotten everything up to this point. I'm alright, we'll do one or two more after this and then we'll crack on. One more. Nope. Yeah. I think maybe I'm getting everything. We'll crack on. Moving on up, moving on up. Get the fish. I have no thumbnail for this one. I should have took a screenshot when the behemoth came stomping out. Oops. Not the right place. Well, no, it is, it is, it is. The rebel army has arisen. Our first move will be to retake Castle Finn. Prince Gordon and Princess Hilda have pitched camp near Finn. You should head there immediately to lend your strength to the cause. La 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 la. Right, let's see if there's anyone new to chat with. Oh, whoa, yeah, everyone's just gone. This place is abandoned. Watch, the old dude will still be here. Oh no, he's gone as well. Holy shit, everyone's pitching in. Are the NPC guys, the tutorial NPC still here? Ah, they're still here. Never mind. Da, 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 da. Tell you what, I think we will just call that there. I was going to continue for a bit more, but we'll call it there. We've done a little bit. Came back, cracked on for a little bit, but I think we'll just call it there for the night. Thanks for sticking around here on Twitch. Same if you're watching the VOD on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed. Obviously, this one's a little bit short. I had a little extra hour stream there since Koos rated us, but I don't want to stay up too late. It's coming up to 1 o'clock in the morning here. I'm going to go try get some sleep. And I'll be back on tomorrow with some more Final Fantasy 2. Until then, have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you if you're watching the VOD on YouTube. And I shall catch you all again later. Peace!